Hey guys, Johntrollski here and welcome to the third episode of Zero to Hero. Thanks for all the support on the first two episodes, but without wasting time, let us get into it. I'm starting with Phantom again. As I said before, it's an important crit link skill to get, and it's important to get to level 120, which grants a 15% crit buff. Today is Sunday, so I'll be benefiting from the boosted Monster Park EXP. I started at level 109, and in 5 runs, I got to level 119 with my EXP at 88%. I decided to train until level 120 since I was close anyways. Next up, I decided to work on my main, and I started with the Vanishing Journey questline. The questlines here are just to kill mobs and get their drops in every map. Now at 203, around 71% EXP, I go and do the food storage event. I end up at 206 with around 80% EXP. I drink my 5th job potions and get to level 209. Time to finish this prequest. Next up, I kill Arcarium and end up with a decently flamed Mechanator pendant. It has 4% all stat, 48 in, it's not too bad. I go ahead and cube it with some hard cubes and get it to epic, and I use some mysticals to get it to 6% in. With Vanishing Journey complete, we unlock the dailies for this area. With some extra mystical cubes, I throw them onto my emblem to get some magic attack. I end off with 3% magic attack and 3% all stat, which is pretty good for now. For hitting level 200, the supply drop event gives an NX outfit with temporary stats on it. I claim it and put it on. I also claim the 500 nodes from the event as well and open all of them up. I disassemble any temp nodes, upgrade my skill nodes, and put in any remaining matrix points. With that, I was able to get 2 of my mobbing tri-nodes and 1 of my bossing tri-nodes and level them up to 13. If this part confused you, I will leave a V-Matrix guide and a class Discord's link in the description below. Fighting Arcarium again, and I just got my first Dominator pendant drop. This is a pretty rare drop and getting it this early is very nice. I go ahead and drop an epic potential scroll, Star Force it to 10 stars, and cube it to 6% in. I also claim the Eternal Flame Ring from the supply event to replace the Hyperion Ring. Next up, I'm gonna start the Cygnus questline to unlock the weekly bosses for Meso, but we're also looking for an accessory to craft. Normal Cygnus drops a recipe for the Deimos Sage Shield, which is the best in slot secondary for Ice Lightning mages. The reason this shield is so good is because it can be started up to 20 stars, beating out any other secondary stats. I'll release a guide on how to get the shield in the future. The prequest is simple and most of it is just fetch quests, but it can get kinda confusing on where to go at times and what NPCs to talk to, so I'll leave a guide below as well. With that, I went and took on Easy Cygnus, which was a piece of cake. The boss crystal gives me 45.5 mil mesos a week, which is pretty good. Talking about mesos, I did want to mention I do Ursus 3 times every day for around 90 mil mesos per day. I don't do it every single day, but I try to. Next up is Temple of Time prequests. This is to unlock the boss called Pink Bean, which is good for both meso and getting upgraded accessories. The quest here is basically to kill one of each mob 100 times, and kill the associated mini-boss in each area. You will need each boss drop plus 10 of each mask type. This is needed to complete the Pink Bean quest. Overall, this area is pretty fun, but it takes a bit longer if you get unlucky with the drops. With that being said, I cleared normal Pink Bean and got the Pink Holy Cup, which is a better pocket slot item. After getting a lot of profession resources from just mining and harvesting, also from the Pink Bean questline, they started clogging up my inventory. I decided to purchase some bags from the coin shop, but I realized they were too small. I went to the Genesis shop and bought a few more bags for 20 mil. This is an investment for the future, and you will have to see why. I've decided to take a little break with the prequests and decided to go level up a Pathfinder. This is the final bowman I need to get the level 6 link skill. For those who don't know, the level 6 link skill gives 10% crit rate. Personally, Pathfinder leveling is my least favorite out of all the Explorer archers, but with that being said, this is my last 0 to 100 character. Now it's time for another prequest. This time it's Magnus. This is important because it drops a few important items and at different levels of progression. It drops 2 early game accessories, the Royal Black Metal Shoulder and the Crystal Ventus badge. Hard Magnus also drops the Tyrant Cape, which is the best cape before Absolab. The questline here is pretty confusing as well, so I'll leave a guide down below. After an annoying boss fight, normal Magnus dropped me a shoulder, Sadly, it wasn't potentialed, meaning I'll have to keep fighting him every day until a potential one drops. Now it's time to use one of my burninators from the daily check-in. I decided to burn a Shade, but who even is that? Shade provides a crit damage buff in Legion. We have completed all the other crit links in Legion and will be focusing on the last bit of crit centered characters. I think all we have is Hayato left after this. Shade has a mandatory intro storyline that you'll have to complete. It honestly took way too long, and I recommend watching something while doing this. I finished it up and ended up being level 40. From there I started training and questing in Gold Beach. The Shade storyline actually requires you to kill 300 mobs and obtain a glass bottle here, so it just kinda works out. I drop the bottle, recover some memories, and end up hitting 3rd job. Shade is okay, but it's really not that fun to grind so far. I have not gotten one to 5th job yet before, so I can't really say how it is then. Today's Sunday, and that means it's time to do Monster Park. I decided to work on my marksman. Starting off at level 105, I do 7 runs to get to level 117, and do 1 run of Zack until I achieve level 118. Now I'll go to Ludi and kill some buffoons to achieve level 120. Time for another prequest. This time it's Reverse City. This is important because it will make our vanishing dailies give double the symbols. It's the same kill and gather quests mixed in with some cutscenes and a small boss. Well, that is it for the 3rd episode. I hope you guys enjoyed. I will continue working on the next episode. If you guys have any feedback, drop it below, but besides that, like, comment, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.